Hello, my name is Hannah, and today we are building an apartment. Now, this is a modern apartment, and it is a two-story apartment, but from, like, the top-down view, you can mostly see most of the apartment, because I made it, like, open, kind of like a loft, but it's not exactly, because there's bedrooms upstairs along with, like, the, like, living room that's kind of, like, lofted looking. So I thought that was cool. I have done this before in, like, well, like, not the same apartment, but, like, same style of apartment where I put this and make it open. It's a very good apartment to do so, especially because of the shape. It's very funky looking, especially when you're seeing that part of the apartment is on one side of the building and then the second story of the apartment is kind of like on the other side of the like building, and so it's very strange, but it's really fun to do like this kind of thing. But it's also kind of finicky because some of the apartments, when you delete the like if you like delete all of it, it'll delete the floor and you can't tell because it looks like there's a floor, but it's like, no, there's no floor, so you have to add the floor back in. It is so weird. It's very strange, but I did that. And originally when I was building this, I was going for industrial. It's kind of like noticeable like right now when I'm like putting down like the basic furniture, like when I'm laying out like the stuff, but I changed it to like very like modern kind of like contemporary stuff like in like 30 seconds, very quickly. I was like, no, I don't want to do industrial again, because the last one I did was industrial. But I was kind of in the mood to build industrial, but then I switched to modern because I built a lot of things modern in the last week. I think I've built 4, maybe 5, not sure. But I think you've only seen like 2 or around then, so, you know, looking forward to more modern builds. But I hadn't built modern builds in like a very long time. I've done like modern kind of apartments, but like this like true like stereotypical kind of like modern builds, I haven't done very many of those in like, you know, YouTube in general in the last year, I guess. So I wanted to build more of those in the last couple weeks, especially when I was building all those things for pre-recording. So I built more of those, and then when I got back from pre-recording, or well, not back from back from my break, I built so many more in the last week since school started. But this is my first voiceover in like 2.5 weeks, and it's my first voiceover for an apartment in like in like a month, maybe around that time. I don't know exactly how long it's been. It's been a bit because I've been posting apartment builds on my non-posting days, or not my not voiceover days, you know, those ones. But I'm back to doing voiceovers on my apartments because I think I'm going to go to 4 videos a week. Sorry guys, but I have literally no time. I'll probably talk about that in a different video, especially like the one that when I first start doing it and stop posting every day. I'll talk about that more then. But I am so busy recently, so may cut down on videos, but that means more voiceover, well, or same amount of voiceover videos, but to your apartment ones, I get to do voiceovers on, which is kind of fun, because I haven't done a voiceover, as I said, on an apartment in like 2.5 weeks, so more of that, and so that'll be fun, and I'll have more free time, and more time to work on builds, so, you know, that'll be fun. But this is a very, like, I guess, like, stereotypical modern. It's very black, white, and green, and I think it looks pretty good. It is definitely, kind of, like, a pain to, like, work with, like, the kitchen area. It is perfectly accessible for your Sims because there's no ceiling above it. I'm not sure if there was a ceiling you could use it, but you've got 2 stories. The Sims will be fine. But, like, if you wanted to put, like, cabinets, which I did put cabinets on part of it, they have to be, like either very far down, or, if you put them, like, at a normal height, they get put on to, like, the second thing, so when you go down to get to the kitchen, there's, like, no cabinets, so it kind of looks weird, but, like, it's fine, because, you know, it's for aesthetic reasons. That's the only reason I build, mostly. But, you know, that's fine. But other than that, it looks pretty good. I put, like, big, like, cabinets and then shelves everywhere, and then I put, like a fake ladder. You'll see that probably in, like, 2 or 3 minutes. I don't think I built that at this time, unless I'm very wrong and I did build it right now. Not sure, but, I thought that was pretty cool to, like, get to, like, the cabinets and stuff, but it's not functional. I tried a functional, like, ladder, but it didn't want to, because, you know, you could go up a ladder, but it didn't want to use that, so, oh, it's right now. I was very off on the time of when I built it, but, you know, that's okay. But we're gonna move on from talking about the build to talking about, you know, stuff that's happened recently. So I think in tomorrow's video, or whenever I post next, I really don't know my calendar right now. I'm not sure. The next video that you'll see that I'm doing a voiceover on, I think that's tomorrow, though. Could be wrong though. But tomorrow's video, I am going to be talking about the first day of school, but I'm going to talk about just like random things that happened right now. So I did start school 2 weeks ago. I've done 2 full weeks of school, but I'm going to talk about specifically the first day of school tomorrow. But we're going to just talk about random things today. A little out of order, but that's okay. You don't need that to be able to understand today. But I've mentioned my interior design class a couple times now, I think, especially I think in my chicken house. Yeah, my chicken house I mentioned interior design. I think that's the one I mentioned it in. But in my interior design class, we've been doing so many projects. Like it's been 2 weeks and we've done 3 projects, I think. So it's a lot. But like it's not hard. It's just like very quick turnarounds. It's like, okay, now we're starting another project. I know you finished the last one like an hour ago, but like that's okay. We're gonna do a new project. But the first project we did, we had like a quote, and I hate inspirational quotes. I don't really know. They're just really they're just wrong. I just don't like them. I don't really know like the exact reason I don't like them. I just don't find them very inspirational. They kind of just sad looking. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make very much sense, but I don't like inspirational quotes. We'll move past that. But we had to pick an inspirational quote, and I literally spent 25 minutes finding one that didn't like bother me. It was real fun. But then we had to make it and like write it on a piece of like huge cardstock paper, and then take like a magazine and cut out like pictures from the magazines. They were like interior design magazines, so it was fairly easy to find the images. But we had to find an image that would like suit a style that we would have when we move out, like in our future home. And I was like so stressed because I don't think about these things very often. I'm not sure how many people would think about like that kind of stuff. Like I have no idea what style I would want. But I've been thinking about it more recently because I'm having to do it in interior design. It's definitely not something I was expecting. I was expecting other people's styles, not my own. I'm not very good at my own things. I'm very bad at thinking about things for myself, like especially like favorite things. I think I've talked about this like every single time school starts. Cannot think of myself like at all. Like if someone asked like favorite something, couldn't tell you. But like style is like even worse. Like I don't know. So I was scrolling for so long trying to find quotes and then trying so hard to like find images. As well, on like the first day of school we did a PowerPoint for the style too. Like that wasn't really a project, but it was so hard because I don't know. And so I think I figured out more out. I did a Pinterest board because I got really bored yesterday. So I did that. So that'll maybe help in the future. But it was very difficult, and so I think it's better now. Shouldn't be as hard from now on, but not sure. But also, I have a PE class. It's like an outdoor PE class. Like, I guess that makes, like, you know, PE is very outdoorsy kind of thing. But, like, the entire class is outdoor kind of things. Well, most of the time. Unless it's, like, over 100 like it was sometimes during this week. It was so hot this week. Oh, my God. But, like, they kept us inside this week because even, like, the sports team, like, they kept cross country inside because it was so hot. Like, I don't know, but it was very hot. But we've been doing a bunch of outdoor things, and we're about to start a fishing unit. And oh my God, do I suck at fishing? I probably could have guessed that we were gonna do fishing. I feel like fishing, hiking, and then like fishing and hiking are like very like outside activities that I probably could have expected that I was going to be doing. But I suck at fishing. I've gone fishing twice, I think. Both times have had me and the fishing rod that I was holding in some kind of dilemma. It's really fun. The first time I got my rod stuck on a rock, I got like the line stuck on a rock, and then the line pulled the fishing rod out into the middle of the lake. It was real fun. I don't know where that fishing rod is now. Probably at the bottom of a lake unless it got caught out or something. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But the second time was in 5th grade, and I may have talked about this at one point, but I'm just going to mention it briefly again. But my partner, well, not a partner, the person standing next to me caught my, like, hook and on his hook, and then swung it upwards at the ceiling that was above us. Like, it was like a bridge with, like, a roof over it that we were standing on, and he caught it stuck on the roof, and it, like, was, like, caught on a shingle, like, was in the shingle. It was really fun. and it took them like 20 minutes to get it out because you couldn't get onto the roof. So they were just kind of pulling on it. Yeah, it was real fun. So I'm really excited to see what happens when I try and go fishing this year, or this semester, I guess. Hoping not anything that horrible, because we're going to be doing it so often, and I don't want to be entirely, very horrible at it. Especially because most of the people in my class are boys, and they all were like, yeah, I've fished before when they asked, because my teacher was like, how many of you have gone fishing before? How many of you have gone camping? And all of that stuff on the first day of school. And all of them had gone fishing, and I was like, I've gone fishing. But, like, these people, they've got mullets, which the mullets are coming back. Not sure how I feel about it, but whatever. But they kind of scare me. Some of them give some creepy looks. I don't like it. But, like, all of them have mullets, all of them wear cowboy boots, and I feel like all of them have gone fishing at least once every single weekend since they were born. So I'm kind of nervous about that, but there is a group of girls, and I think I feel very safe with them because they're fun people. And I've been talking to them most of the time since school started during class, and I have one friend that I have made in that class, which I'm very excited about because that was my goal for the first, couple bits of school. So I'm very excited about that. So I have a new friend. And I've kind of, I've, like, re-met some of the friends that I hadn't seen since before COVID started, which is fun. And so, hopefully this school year goes better. But it's going good so far, so that's really fun. But stick to tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be the first day of school stuff, because that was fun. But I'm gonna go now, but it's almost screenshots time. It's actually way past screenshots time. I talked over my screenshots, but that's okay. But subscribe if you like today's video, if you want to see more videos like this. But, as of right now, I post a new video every single day, so you can watch another video tomorrow. Bye!